Okay, so on to our final session of English for this week, and we're coming to the end of our Stories from Another Culture, where hopefully yesterday you finished off your play script and you've got through each of the sections on your plan with enough detail to really tell the story for your poor main character. So, what I want you to do first of all today is go back over that success criteria that we set ourselves at the beginning of the week. Okay, so we've got the same 6 bullet points that we looked at the beginning of the week. I want you, now that you've written your play script, I want you to read your play script from beginning to end and check that you've got each of these features. Okay, check that the first feature that you've got is a character list with a description. Have you described, just briefly at the beginning, who all of your characters are? And have you given us a little bit of information about them? It's going to be really important as you read through your play script that you refer back to that character list and make sure that every single character that's on that on that character list at the beginning is included somewhere on your play. Have you got everybody in there in your play? If you haven't, can you add them in? Can you add in something for each of the for a character to say that perhaps you may have forgotten? Okay. I also want you to check when you're reading through your play script, does the description that you said at the beginning of your play script match your character's personality, how you've portrayed them throughout your play? So I know that I said my rabbit is going to be excitable. Have I shown that as I read through my play script? Have I got that in there? Have I got that my owl is really wise, okay, and is respected by all of the animals? How have I shown that? Okay, so I want you to read through and reflect on that first of all. The next thing I want you to have a read through is the introduction to your scene. Have you given that short setting description to set the scene? Have a think when you're reading that setting description, how have you made it clear to your reader and your audience that this is a British play? How can you show the British culture in that? Okay. As you go through again, have you got every single time a character speaks, have you got the speaker's name so that the actor knows when it's their turn to speak? And have you got that colon there to show the difference between the character's name and the dialogue that they're going to be saying? And then have you got all of that dialogue there? Remember, no inverted commas needed. Have you got enough dialogue? Are your characters saying enough to tell the story? Is there enough detail for each of your characters in order to make your play really exciting? Or is in some places is your play a bit short where there's lots of swapping and changing between the characters talking? Perhaps you can edit that as you go. Have you got enough stage direction? So are your characters going to be moving around the stage enough? Are they doing enough? Or are they going to be stood in the same place for quite a while? How can you add in some stage directions to make sure that's not the case? Double check that you've got them in present tense so that your actor knows to do it at that moment. And finally, have you got a narrator that perhaps introduces your play, but also links your play to another play at the end of your story? Okay, so the first job that I want you to do today is have a read through that your play script and just check all of those things. I want you to spend a really long time editing and improving as you go. Okay, come back to me when you're ready. Okay, so we're at the stage now where we've got our plays, we're happy with them. Now it's only right that we start sharing them, don't you think? So, before we can do that, I've got two excellent videos here that I want to share with you. Okay, I've purposely chosen these videos because the performers in them are really excellent at performing their writing. So you can see this first video here, I've got a clip from the play Matilda. I know lots of you will know the story of Matilda. We know that it's been turned into a play script and the actors on the stage are acting out that play script. Okay, while you're watching that video, I want you to really concentrate on exactly what the actors are doing and how they're doing it. Have a look at their face, have a look at their body movements, have a look at the words that they're saying, and listen carefully to the way that they're saying them. None of those things will have happened by accident. Each of those actors will know what they're doing based on what was written on their play script when they were practicing. Okay, so it's at this stage, this is the final performance where they don't need their play scripts anymore. They know the play well enough. But when they first practiced, they definitely would have used the play scripts and they will have needed the stage directions. They will have needed all of the dialogue to know exactly what to say and how to say it. As you're watching that performance, have a look and see exactly how good their performance is and what exactly they're doing. Okay. The second video that I've got here is of a man that you may recognise. And he is performing one of his poems. Okay, Michael Rosen there is performing his poem called Strict. Now, he doesn't really do a lot in terms of moving around, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't got those stage directions there. So I want you to have a look at his performance, and I want you to really concentrate on how he's saying the words from his writing. How is he performing his poem? What does he do with his face? What does he do with his tone of voice? What do you notice? Okay, if you want to jot down some ideas while you watch them, please do. You can access these videos by finding them in the PowerPoint on the Google Drive. So pop over to the Google Drive, load up the PowerPoint. You can either click straight in if you're in PowerPoint viewer mode, or if you're in normal mode, you can right click on the image and go to open hyperlink. Okay, have fun watching them, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Come back to me when you're done. So, what did you notice? I really hope you enjoyed those videos. I just absolutely love both of those performances there, and I hope that they had you on the edge of your seats and really giggling at some point as well. What did you notice about the way that they use their tone of voice? I know Miss Trunchbull at the beginning of Matilda really got her voice across really well to show that exactly what sort of a person she was. And again, that didn't happen by accident. She knew how to do that based on what will have been written on her play script. Okay, she knew how to act that. What did all of the characters, all of the children do? How did they move around the stage? What did you notice? All of their movements. They were moving lots, weren't they? And again, that was because they will have followed the stage directions on that play script. They knew exactly where to stand and exactly how to do their actions. What did you notice about the facial expressions? There was a lot of expression in their faces. I wonder what will have been written on their play script to tell them what to do. What do you notice about the way the volume changed? Okay. Then thinking about Michael Rosen as well. What did he do? He didn't necessarily move around as much like the actors in Matilda did, but he definitely expressed himself through his performance. Did you notice what he did with his face? Did you notice how he gripped us in with his eyes? Did you notice what he did with his voice? And how he sometimes spoke loudly, sometimes spoke quietly, sometimes changed the pitch of the words. All of that will have been done on purpose. He's done that to really make his performance, to show that he's really interesting. Okay, so now that we've watched their expert performances, that's what I want you to do with perhaps members of your family. Okay, I want you to see if you can encourage the members of your family to help you perform your play. Who's going to be your main character? Who's going to be the other characters? How are they going to perform it? What are they going to say? What are they going to do? How are you going to make sure that they know what to do? Okay, have a go at performing your play. Please use the feedback from your family members. If you want to add anything into your play script as you go, please do. Edit as you go. I would love it if I could get some videos of these as well. Perhaps somebody could video you and you could email them in to our Year 4 email. I'd love to be able to see some of your performances, and I know others will as well. Okay, have fun performing. Make sure that you edit as you go, and I can't wait to see them. Well done for a fantastic week of writing. Have fun performing, and don't forget to share them. Take care, guys. See you soon.